Hello and welcome to Market Insights. I am Lavina Emma. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning and we're back from the two-day holiday, back to work. So it's great to be here today. So today our focus is on the fascinating world of generative AI. That's generative artificial intelligence and its potential to revolutionize the way businesses operate. Now, what is generative AI? Generative AI is a form of artificial intelligence that can produce entirely new content, which is rapidly transforming industries. From creating market strategies to designing new products, generative AI is poised to be a game changer for businesses of all sizes. Now, what are the benefits of this tool? Now, I'll mention a few. First, it will enable businesses to break free from the constraints of traditional thinking and unlock new potential. Secondly, business leaders will be able to generate new ideas, products, and services with unprecedented speed and accuracy. It's not like I'm saying business leaders cannot generate new ideas or new products on their own, but it's how fast and how accurate generative AI will enable them to do this. In addition, having an AI partner can help you predict market trends, optimize operations, and personalize customer experiences. Now that's a game changer. So by leveraging its ability to analyze vast amounts of data and identify patterns, generative AI can automate tasks, streamline processes, and foster groundbreaking ideas. So this morning, my guest and I will discuss the rise of generative AI, challenges and opportunities, and what businesses that embrace this technology stand to gain. So this morning, my guest has joined us virtually, and his name is Eric Pe. He's a product designer, a product manager, and also a software engineer. He's also the CEO of Zaza Technology and GG Lab. Recently, his team at GG Lab launched a new app called GoDiscover.com to build an ecosystem for startups, entrepreneurs, and tech geeks, building tech geeks all over Africa. This is to enable them have visibility and a strong support system so they can get investments and grow Africa. So, Eric, are you here with us now?
Yes, I'm here.
Program. Welcome to Market Insights.
All right, thank you so much.
You're on the program. Okay, yeah, so I noticed reading your profile that you are the CEO of Zaza Technology and also what your team achieved with the new app they created, GoDiscover.com. So can you just shed more light on this, how it's been able to benefit entrepreneurs and startups to create more visibility for them?
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to start with talking about Zaza Technology. Zaza Technology is a software company majorly into building logistics softwares to enable efficiency in logistics, which is one of our products is called Sharply, right, to enable efficiency in logistics. For Go Discover, basically what we are doing with that is to enable visibility, like you said, and strong support system for startups across Africa. And what we've been able to achieve with that is we've been having startup closing deals, getting customers, early adoption for their early products, and all of that. That's majorly why we built the product.
Information technology now. What is generative AI?
Okay, generative AI, it's common now. Everybody is getting to hear about it because it's causing a lot of change in the industry. It's a type of artificial intelligence that generates images, generates original images, generates content, videos. Currently, we've been able to use it to build codes for our products. So it enables efficiency in operations for businesses. And a typical example of generative AI is ChatGPT, which everyone knows. Google Bard, and DAL-E.
Okay, those are a few examples of generative AI. So now, how can businesses leverage on this using this tool to promote more growth and to enable them use this tool to create faster products and come up with better ideas for their businesses?
Okay, generative AI is helping businesses design new products by generating innovative ideas, prototypes, and designs. For instance, Nike used generative AI to design new shoe styles, right? So basically how you can use it is basically gather data. What Nike did specifically was gather data on their previous shoe designs, including material, shapes, colors, and customer preferences. What they did, the next thing they did is train a generative AI model on this data, enabling it to learn patterns and relationships between design elements. Right. The next thing was the AI was able to generate the AI model was able to generate multiple novel shoe design concepts combining different materials, shapes, and colors in producing an innovative pair of shoes that the team were able to select from to create prototype to output different amazing products. Recently, I've been able to also use it to build an entire website without having knowledge of coding. So it's literally changing how businesses can use it to enhance business growth and design new interfaces for their businesses.
Hey, that was well said. You actually used an AI to build a website on content that you're not familiar with. That's quite impressive now. Okay, so we've heard a lot about personalization in marketing these days because most brands and companies out there want to create ads and more marketing strategies that will be focused on the people so that they will understand the products better and be more attracted to it. So now, how can generative AI be used to create more targeted marketing campaigns?
Okay, so generative AI, I'm very sure you're very familiar with using social media, and then you try to buy a shoe online or you view a particular post, and the next thing you're seeing similar posts on your social media or on your browser. So those are the ways businesses use this data. In the back end, there are processes involved in that. So what customers does is gather your data. The business collects data, analyze customer data from various sources through website interaction, social media, like I mentioned, purchases, the places you're buying, what you're buying, and all of those stuff. All right. So they train generative AI models on this data to learn patterns and relationships between customer characteristics and behaviors. The AI model generates personalized content such as tailored product recommendation, customized ads and emails, dynamic website content, just like I mentioned to you, social media posts, real-time optimization. Okay, so it's revolutionizing how marketing is done generally, especially for businesses.
Okay. Okay, now still on AI and the business sector. Now we have a lot of businesses in Nigeria. It could be a food business, it could be the agricultural business, it could be businesses in hospitality, in tourism, in the health sector. Now, how can generative AI transform these industries, transform the marketing in all these other sectors?
Okay, it's exactly like I mentioned. Businesses can use AI for augmentation, right? Like implement generative AI as a tool to assist employees, freeing them from mundane tasks, right? Heavy tasks, heavy duties, those had repeated tasks. You can outsource that to AI and then allow your team to focus on the most productive tasks and also ones that deals with empathy and creativity. Okay. You can also use AI. AI to enable transparency and communication in your businesses. And also, you can use AI to specifically draft out a new business strategy for your business, right? In order for you, in case you are trying to enter into new markets, it has literally helped me a whole lot in drafting strategies in entering a new market.
Okay. Now, since we're talking about companies, businesses, and how AI will be helping them, this tool is quite efficient to help them in their businesses, to improve businesses for them. Now, there is this concern about AI replacing human jobs. So how can businesses leverage generative AI for efficiency without displacing human beings at the jobs?
Okay, so I cannot tell you that AI is going to replace human jobs. All right. It's literally going to enhance human jobs. Just like you have a company, you operate a company, you see people that are not efficient, you replace them with people that are efficient. It's actually enabling efficiency if AI is adopted effectively. So I'll basically I made few points here regarding that aspect. So how they can effectively use it without removing employees is augmentation instead of replacement. Implement generative AI as a tool to assist employees, like I mentioned earlier, reskilling and upskilling. Invest in training programs that help employees develop new skills such as AI literacy, data analysis, and effective problem solving with different AI tools. Okay, so like I said, AI is not going to totally eradicate jobs. It's going to enable create new jobs, right? Generative AI can enable new job business models and services, creating new job opportunities in areas like AI training. Before now, there were no job opportunities like AI training, and there are thousands of people being employed as trainees for AI, all right? Data curation, data analysis, and AI ethics, right? So it has created a lot of jobs, and in the future, is going to be creating more jobs, right? So we cannot say it's going to eradicate job totally.
Okay, so now looking at, for example, a restaurant now that usually every restaurant has the waiters or the waitresses that attend to people. Now, in the instance where the owner has made sufficient money and decides to upgrade his services and now has the can actually have an AI like serve as the waiter for people. So instead of having people moving from table to table, you have this machine moving from table to table, taking people's orders and delivering them promptly and not mixing up orders. So in that kind of scenario, wouldn't you say there's no need for the waiters or the waitresses again?
There are actually people controlling the AI, right? These bots are controlled by people. Okay, so it's not, if you check it, is enabling efficiency for the restaurants, all right, and also for the customers. So there are people controlling the AI. So what people need to do is learn new AI skills. What is the next big thing in AI? You should be acquainted. So that's what makes you relevant in the future. Just like the internet age, where search engine made things easier, AI is definitely going to make things easier. It's just for people to start adopting it and learning and upskilling, all right, learning skills that are relevant in the area.
Okay, so now let's talk about the ethical considerations of using artificial intelligence now. Can you elaborate on the potential biases that AI might inherit and how businesses can avoid them?
Thank you so much for that. There are a lot of they are an amount of biases that may be that may be accustomed to building these products. Okay, number one is data bias. Training data may contain imbalance and inaccurate or prejudice, perpetuating existing social media inequalities. Okay, algorithm bias. Models may be designed with biased assumptions or objectives, perpetuating harmful stereotypes. Okay, human biases can also come up, like developers' own biases can influence AI decision making. So how can we avoid this? We use diverse and representative training data. Okay, the next thing is to audit and test for biases before deployment, before the product is deployed or the AI is deployed. There should be audit and testing. Okay, the next thing is implement fairness and metrics and objective functions. Okay, the next thing is involve diverse teams in AI deployment, AI development, like involve not only a particular race or a particular ethnic group, all right, employ from different backgrounds. So these values can also shape that. Engage in open communication with customers and stakeholders about AI-driven decision-making processes, and continuously monitor and update AI systems to address emerging biases.
Okay, yes. Now, when you say fairness and metrics, could you explain further?
Okay, when I say fairness and metrics, I'm trying to talk about gender fairness, especially when it comes to some kind of data, some set of people using it. So it doesn't provide a specific kind of data to a set of people and then provide another set of data to another set of people, right? Or restrict a set of people from using the product while the other set can use it. So those are parts and examples of fairness and how everyone can use the AI.
Okay, but you also know that this artificial intelligence has access to our data and privacy. So now, what are the implications of generative AI on our data privacy and also our security, our online security, and how can businesses address these concerns?
Okay, generative AI in its entirety survives on data. Okay, it survives on data. It provides information to you based on data that's been given to them. Also, while you're signing up on products, using products, AI, product that leverages AI uses those data for advanced decisions. Okay, so the best way to enable transparency and responsible AI development is enabling transparency, clearly explain AI-driven decision-making processes and algorithms. Okay, the next thing is accountability. Establish accountability mechanisms for AI decision and actions. Okay, ethical framework. Develop and publish ethical guidelines for AI development. Ensure diverse teams develop AI systems, like I mentioned previously. Conduct regular audits to detect and address biases and errors. So those are the several ways, okay, that we can use to mitigate that. Also, continuous improvement regularly, independent testing. Independent testing. Establish ethical guidelines and frameworks for AI development. Engage in open communication. I think those are the most specific ways to control them. And also ethical considerations. Okay, develop AI systems that are fair, transparent, and unbiased. Those are the best ways to enable that.
Okay, since you're reading out these answers to us, we would actually, because I know you're a software engineer, you're an expert in your field now, and I'm sure you've noticed, like you mentioned, artificial intelligence apps like Chat GPT, Gemini, Meta. a lot of people are using them these days in the workplace, and even in universities, a lot of students also use this artificial intelligence. So don't you think it's beginning to promote perhaps the next generation that might not want to think carefully before they apply themselves? They just know, oh, I could just contact my AI and get this assignment done or get this project done. So what are your thoughts on this?
Okay, so while we look at the negative, we are also looking at the positive. 5 years ago, if I wanted to do a research, I would have to travel to different schools, look through different papers, newspapers, and all of those stuff to get data, right? But now students can easily access data, right, for their research work without having to spend so much money on logistics, spend so much time on the research. So I think people, all right, schools, institutions should include AI, all right, they should support AI, but it should be there should be a way to control how it is used, all right. I think that's the most effective way to do it. It enables people to learn. You can tell me that a student is having information, all right, thousands of information compared to what they had in 10 years back or 5 years back. So because it's improving, and then people are getting smarter along with the way AI is getting smarter. So it enables growth also in in the educational sector.
Okay, okay. But still on this same subject matter, we've seen cases where people are just relying on AI for everything they need to do. Now, I just want to know now, what are the potential consequences of the widespread adoption of generative AI in the job market, in the workplace?
Okay, the consequences. Okay, there's the negative and the positive side. The negative side is that things will be done more efficiently, and okay, people will have access to speed. People can um, um, achieve a particular goal faster. Like when I was a typical use case is I was building a new product, and then I had to use an AI to do research, create prompts. There are a lot of competitors in the market. What are these competitors not doing? What is this particular competitor doing? And all of that. So AI enables efficiency. It also increases accuracy in your business decisions, right? Then the negative side is that is focused on data usage. Okay, the amount of data that this AI can use, the amount of information they have access to, right? So government needs to look into how to control the usage of this data.
I said that you're going to give us some examples of businesses that have successfully used artificial intelligence to improve their services to customers and also their productivity. But before we go into that aspect, could you just highlight further on the kind of skills people need to have in the workplace and in other business areas to work side by side with artificial intelligence?
Okay, so the basic jobs that the skills that youth should look into, especially right now, are data analysts. All right, data analytics. People should venture into data analytics and data science. Okay, and also this is time where building with Python is very relevant. So people should venture into programming, right? More of programming with Python. And also, I think content creation is also necessary because using AI, you it requires you to be able to there will be somebody at the back end to control this, especially when it comes to personalization, there are going to be people who are going to be controlling from the back end. So I think is important to the basic skills are data analytics, content creation, especially with AI, programming. They are very, very relevant, especially in this area. Okay, in this particular time. Also, the next thing we can talk about is AI ethics. Okay, AI ethics. Companies currently are starting to employ people who are going to be testing the ethics of the AI and to ensure that like we talked about, the outputs are fair and also accurate and aligns with the privacy policy and the laws that are particular to different countries or different jurisdictions. Okay, so those are the skills I can point out for now.
Okay, thank you for that. Well said. Okay, so now let's talk about the real world examples of businesses that are already using generative AI to enhance productivity and also improve on their quality of services to their customers.
Okay, so the first one I will mention is my company, okay, Sharply. Okay, what we are doing is enabling efficiency in logistics. Okay, we are building an operating system that reduces stress, enables efficiency, and makes delivery person maximum 2 delivery persons available on every street. So we are leveraging AI to enable optimized routing system for businesses. Okay, we are also leveraging AI to provide streamlined analytical data so that businesses will be able to make informed decisions. So those are what we are doing with AI in our startup. Talking about the health sector, we can see in the hospitals how AI are being used to detect cancer, how it is used to virtual reality. It's used in virtual reality to enable people that were not able to move their hands are able to move and express themselves, leveraging virtual reality and AI and so many other sectors. Let's also look around into the educational sector, how AI is enabling information and enabling information to be available for research works and all of those stuff. So AI is used in every sector of the ecosystem.
Okay, thank you for that, Eric. Okay, now, as you know, generative AI can create deep fakes and other forms of synthetic media in terms of when people put out fake stories and this AI is able to spin it around and you see this story circulating on social media. So how can businesses mitigate the potential for misuse of this technology?
Okay, so I think businesses need to put into consideration um, they their privacy policy and also their adoptions, okay, and the security of this data that customers are providing for them, because data is very essential in this age, in the age of AI. I think companies and businesses should be very particular with AI and also suggest that customers, people, I mean the masses, should be careful the kind of pictures, the kind of images they publish, like the places they go to. There are some informations, there are some pictures, the kind of pictures that you should not be posting on the internet, especially when your fingerprint showing up and your some other necessary kind of content that shouldn't be released on social media currently, because those are the contents and the data that these people all right, the hackers and use um, to generate these deepfakes and all of these other data.
Okay, yeah. So we need to be very careful as to what the kind of information we put out there. As you know, most social media apps like Instagram and Facebook are already beginning to use what we view to gather it as information as to what people like when they open their social media apps. So, okay, yeah, so that's very key. Thank you for stating that. Okay, so now evaluating the creativity and originality of generative AI. Now, you know, this technology can be very subjective. So now how can businesses establish benchmarks for success when using generative AI for creative tasks?
Okay, so achieving benchmark for success when using generative I think first of all, we'll need to look into the the goals of the company. All right, what AI does is basically generative AI in specific is out provide an output for a data that you provide. You give it a prompt and it outputs or provides a the desired data for you. It might be accurate or it might not. So in order to achieve and a success or a benchmark or that you've set, I think businesses need to implement employ the best set of people to use this product, the best set of programmers, the best set of data analysts to enable that they are using the right tools to grow their business.
Okay, well said. So now, looking to the future, we know that artificial intelligence is coming with us to the future. We know that we're going to see more developments with the use of this tool, not just in every area of our lives, like you were talking about how it's being used in the medical field and in education. It's going to be used more often, and it's going to be used by everyone in the future. So now, to prevent any legal issues that might arise from the use of this technology, now, how can businesses ensure that, as you know right now, because this technology is relatively new, there are no regulations to its use. It's just, okay, it has the data, ask the question, and it gives you your answer. It feeds you what it has already been fed with, and it just gives you the results. So how can businesses ensure that when using this technology, they don't face any kind of legal consequences from getting information from artificial intelligence?
Okay, so you asked two questions. Can you please repeat yourself? Two
Okay,
questions
so the
are
first
inside
is
one.
I was talking about regulations, that it's a new technology and regulations on it are not too common right now because it's still new. Everybody is still, okay, yes, it has its benefits, it works. When you use it, you work faster and smarter. That's the first. So in terms of regulations, there are no regulations for now. Now, I was going to ask you, now, how can we ensure that as we keep using this technology, looking into the future now, how can we ensure that we don't face any legal consequences from always getting information from AI all the time and that we're using it for whatever work we need or whatever data that we want to compute together? So how can we just prevent the legal consequences of using this in the future?
Okay, so I think the company building the products, the AI products, should be restricting the kind of data that should be let out. Okay, so if you go to Chat GPT, there are some questions that you ask and the AI will tell you is not available. All right. So companies building the AI products should put restrictions in the build or in the deployment in a way that when people are asking certain questions that goes against law, it doesn't provide any information to you. Okay, it tells you it's not available. Okay, that is one of the smartest way to resolve legal suits and all of those when it comes to AI. Also, I think businesses should be very particular about the kind of data that they collect, and also the security of this data. Because when you leverage people's data and it's burst out or it goes out, and the original owners of this data might sue you. Okay, so I think it's very important that the company enables the security of this data, and also enables that this information, not all information that are searched for, are available to the public.
Much, Eric Ware, for joining us this morning on Market Insights as we discuss the rise of generative AI and its potential to unlock business opportunities, which you have highlighted during the program. Thank you for joining us this morning, and it's always a pleasure having you on the program. So we look forward to having you again on Market Insights. Now, let's look at our money market this morning, what the official rates, that's the Central Bank of Nigeria rates, is saying, and the parallel market rates. So we're looking at the dollars, the pound sterling, and the euro. So this morning, the CBN rates, that's the selling rate for the dollars, is 1,363 naira to $1. That's for the CBN rates. And at the parallel market rates, it's 1,480 naira to $1. As usual, the parallel market figures are higher than the CBN figures. Now, for the pound sterling, the CBN rate is 1,762 naira to £1 sterling, and at the parallel market, it is 1,880 naira to £1 sterling. So for the euro, at the Central Bank of Nigeria rate is 1,490 naira to €1. And at the parallel market, it's 1,570 naira to €1. So those are our money market figures this morning. Okay, so thank you so much for watching Market Insights as we discuss today's topic on how generative AI will help to unlock business opportunities and how we can avoid the negative use of this technology, and we should just focus more on the positive side of it, because as you know, in the future we're still going to be using AI in more often than we are using it right now. And as my guest Eric Ware said, I want to thank him for joining us also. Human beings are going to be working side by side with this technology, so more skills that people need to learn on data analytics, on AI ethics, AI training, and also AI programming. And he also mentioned content development, which is something that a lot of young people on social media are using right now on content development. So the use of AI with content development, now that's a skill that needs to be learned, so in the future we don't face any legal consequences from using this technology. So many thanks for watching today's episode of Market Insight. You can share your comments, your views, your thoughts on our social media platforms for us to keep improving better in the kind of topics that we discuss on the program. Many thanks for watching today's episode, and I look forward to discussing more issues that are affecting our economy in Nigeria and also all over the world. I am Lavina Emma.